Hey, what's up, guys? I thought I'd share with you some workflow that I have created for basically rendering up packages. As you know, a lot of times people want to see what the packages might look like, and KeyShot's a great tool for that, but SketchUp actually is too. And the key component there is the ability to be able to take a flat package and then manipulate it in a way the texture maps aren't being destroyed as you're bending and moving and creating different versions of the package, because a lot of times we want to show a package being open or closed or actually the flat artwork. So this video is going to kind of walk through that process, or at least the way I use it. I use SketchUp. Of course, I use Illustrator, which has the original package design is done in, and then I use SketchUp 3D Coat to create the UV maps, and then of course render it in KeyShot. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so here's where we're starting. This is the R.R. Donnelly. This is a package for a reality board, which is really kind of a large mouse pad. So this is the package. I've basically been able to strip out all the text and everything, and I have pasted it into a new document with the exact right size. And once I have that done, I'm going to export it as a DWG file, and here it is, DWG export. And I'll say 1 inch equals 1 units, which is good. Everything else looks real good, so I say okay. Now let's just jump into SketchUp. So file import. So we're going to import, and we'll go into DXF. Here it is. Okay, so now I know this was didn't get it all in there, as you can tell, but I think this was 18 inches. I can just kind of go here and check it out. And it looks like, yeah, 18.8. So that's the exact right size. So we're in good shape there. Now, first we got to clean this up. So let's take this and let's connect this line to here. Now I'm going to make this pretty simple. Uh, let's see. I think a line here. Put a line here and here. Since I'm not going to add thickness to this particular box. I know it's a thin box, so I'm just going to show how you map it. So first I'll go into these edge tools and I'll inspect. So it says I have one open end, it's right there. Okay, so let's go into here, take a look at it, inspect it. There it is. So I think I can just draw a line here, here to here, and here to there. And let's just delete that. See if that's the same thing. No, I'm good there. Okay, we'll delete this and this. Okay, so now I'm going to double click on everything, use Frito tools, which is, where am I? Sorry, let me move this up so you can see it. Okay, let's do it here. So we're going to go in here and say Frito tools, and let's remove the lonely vertices. See these vertices in here and here and over here and here, and there's 52 of them. So I'm going to hit this, remove those. So now we've got those taken care of. Now I want to basically look at this object. First, let's select all, and let's hit this. I'm using this Make Face plugin, and it basically builds all the faces for me. And then I'll select them all, and I'll say reverse faces. So now there we have it. So uh, now what I want to do is I want to reduce some of the complexity. So let's look at this here and say what's the distance between these two? 0.09. So 0.1 would probably be good. So what I'll do is I'll go into I'll just go into vertex tools, and I'm going to lasso select these, and then right click and say, let's right click and say merge closed vertices 0.1. Yeah, that looks good. Let's go over here and let's lasso select all these and merge closed vertices 0.1. Okay, so there, that works good. Let's look at these. I think this might be, let's try this. Actually, let's do both. Here we are. Merge closed vertices, we'll say 105, see if that works. Yep, that looks good. And I think we have some more over here. Merge close vertices. Okay, so that's good. So now we can save this file. Save as reality board box. That's under 3D. So this is called reality board box SketchUp. Okay, so there we have that. Now we got to know that we're going to fold these over. So I'm not going to actually fold anything yet. What I want to do is I'm going to use this and map it, do some UV mapping. But as I look at this, I can see that, well, I'm going to have a problem here. So, okay, so I think we're pretty good. If I look at this now, you can see that everything should fold up pretty nicely. I'm going to have to clear up some of these vertices, collinear vertices. What I do have, though, I have, let's see, this little guy. And I want to, let's get this one too. I want to merge these two vertices. So the way I'll do that is I'll just right click or use my vertex tools, and then I can just say right click and say merge vertices. So that works well. Right click and say merge vertices. So that's what I want to show you. It's really cool. That's a cool tool. Vertex tools is amazing. Okay, so I think we're good. We look like we've got pretty good. All we need to do now is just select everything, right click, and we're going to go back into Frito Tools and Frito Tools, and we're going to say remove lonely vertices. Okay, and I'll kind of walk through it a little bit. Probably find two, my guess is, but maybe it already got them. Did it? Yeah. Okay, so that's good. So we got all that done. Now I'm going to save. Select all. I'll group it. Group it. And I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to export 3D model, and I'm going to use this OBJ file format. And I think that's because I have, you may have to use some other tools. I don't know, it might be, you might be able to do that with Chris Fulmer's tools, or the quad face tools to export OBJ, but I've got pros, so I just do this. So to export and say okay, that's good. Now I'm going to open up, I do this in 3D code. I do all my mapping in 3D code for a couple of reasons, my UV mapping, but I'm going to kind of go through this quickly, but you'll see what we're doing here. So I'm going to open this up. Set it up to triangulate weld vertices, no center step. I want this to be a 4K map, a big one. Okay. And there it is. So that's what we have. It's all set up. The problem is if you look at our map, that's not good. I want it to be, you know, let's look at our simple check and say I need to rotate this clockwise. Oops, select it. Rotate it clockwise. So that will work because it'll be work exactly with my texture map. So once I have this done, then I just say pack UV2, which basically will keep the same orientation. Now that's done. I'll apply the UV set. Okay. And now that's done, I'll go to the paint room, and I can see that I have my wireframe here. See my wireframe. So I am going to go under and say layers and export just the color. So this is export. Okay, now that's open, completed. I go to Photoshop, and I'm going to open this PSD that I just got. This top layer we'll fill with white, put it down here, and here's the bottom layer. You can see that it's very faint. In fact, it's so faint that I might miss a couple of lines, but that's all right. This is good enough. So I'll go in here, and I'm going to place an embedded file, the actual document. This is the actual artwork that I created. I'm going to crop this to the trim box, not the bounding box, the trim box. Okay, and I'm going to hold the shift key down and kind of move this up, get it about where I think it's about right there. Okay, that looks good. Okay, so I've got this set up. I need to hide the wireframe. I'm going to say File. Let's save this. Go back into 3D Coat and go Layers, Import color layer on this guy. Here we go. And let's see what hair it is. So there's our color layer. Came in very nicely. Now I'm going to File, and I'm going to export the objects and textures, and I'll output the mesh as this UV. And I've added a UV, and then I'm basically I'm adding this one texture, which is a diffuse texture. It's a ping RGB 8-bit, so it'll be that full 4K resolution. I'll hit OK. Now I'll come back into, okay, now we're back into SketchUp, and I'm going to import using Quad Face Tools this new object that we just exported from 3D Coat, and I'm going to hide this group, and I'm going to explode this, and I'm going to name this one box flat, and because I'm going to create a flat box and an open box and a closed box, so I'm going to take that and duplicate it by Control C, Control Shift V, and I'll name this one box open tab, and I'm going to hide this one, and now we're good. So I think what we'll do here is I'm going to end up hiding all these triangles. So I'll go in here, and let's turn this off. So we have this. So let's go, and I'm just option clicking to hide the, oops. Let's turn the hidden on, and I'm sorry, control click hides them. Okay, cloud control, maintaining the geometry, but we're gonna, oops, got that one, keep that one. So this will make it easier for me to select. Primarily, that's what that's for. It also softens it, and it'll render a little better across those faces. So if we look at it, that's what we have. So what I'm going to do is, let's go back to here, and I'm going to start rotating all these off. So I'll just select each one of these faces there, and let's get that one too, that one in there, and then let's go grab this one over here. So, and then I can add the rotate tool, grab this one in here, the inside one, hold the mouse down and pull, and that will line it up with that axis, the green. When I see green, I know I'm good. Drag it down, go type in 45, we got 45. Now we'll move over here and hold the shift key down, select, unselect that polygon. Again, we're going to grab this into that point, hold the mouse down, pull when it gets to green, and then we'll go 45 again. So that gives us our 90 degrees. So you can see how that works. Okay, then we can hold the shift key down and get all those out, and we'll just keep doing this. Let's make sure that you can see that, see, it's going with us. So let's go. All right. Pull 5 and Oops. Undo. Redo. Okay. Need to unselect that. So now if we look at all this, we'll see that all our maps look like they're pretty good. I'm especially looking for these on the inside of this box. So, okay, that looks good. So now we're going to go over here, try and do the same thing over here. So we'll select, let's go and grab it this way. This one, this one, this one, and this one, and that one. Okay, so now I'll take that, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to move it so this, and type 45. And let's put this on, make sure that it looks good. That all looks right. Hold the shift key down. Pull out. Green. Okay, same thing. There we have it. So now, okay, I want to make sure that I'm not creating any geometry when things intersect, which I'm not, which is good. So now, it looks like we're in pretty good shape. So let's go ahead and do the bottom. That's this and this. Or actually, we'll do the inside flaps first. We'll do this. And I take this and I pull it straight up. And then I say, let's go to here. And let's go, I'm not going to go, I'm going to do 91. Because I want them to get, I don't want anything to be conflicting. So that's going in a little farther than normal, than it has to, right? And let's do over here, same thing with this. Pull this straight up. And we'll go to here, and we'll go 91. Okay. Okay, let's pull this up. And this one, let's see where that's going to be rotating from. Right there. And I'm pulling him up 91 also. So he should be sitting inside there nicely. Nothing should be touching. Once they touch and they intersect, it's going to throw off all our mapping, so we don't want that. Okay, and I'm going to take this, and this, and I'm going to hit pull out, push and drag, and then so this will go down. I don't want it to go completely 90 because if I go 90, it's going to actually intersect that surface. So I'm going to go 89.5. That's close. How about 90.5? How about that? Nope, how about 89.8? There, that looks good. So I don't have any intersections going on. That's good. Now notice that we do have a little bit of a problem here with this not folding under correctly. I'm going to come back to that. I'm not going to worry about that. So this is the open. So now that this is the open version, I'm going to take this and pull it out about 15. And this one, I'll pull it out 20. 20. So we have 15 and 20. So it's not quite exact. That's okay. We don't need it to be exact. That's close enough. We want it to be a little bit off. Okay. Next, I'm going to take the lid and I'm going to hide that part. And I'll take that lid and I'm going to fold it back. maybe 20 also. Maybe 30. And I'll take this and fold it in. Maybe 20. Okay. Good. So that's my open box. Now I have to deal with a little bit of stuff here. This is basically a function of the actual template not being exactly right. So what I can do here is I can just take this surface and this surface and hit the S button. And I'm going to just drag those down. Oops. Let's see. Let's try it. Okay, we'll try Frito scale. Frito scale looks like it's going to do a little better. So I want to get this so this going to tuck right in. Something like that. That'll be good. And we should not be touching. No, we're not. So if I go there, that'll be good. Let's move it just a little up higher. I think that's perfect. I think that's good. So scale that, select this, and we're going to go in 90 on this. So that got that done. And this piece right here, I'm going to take this, do the same thing over here. Take this and that, and go to Frito scale, and pull it straight down. Just a little bit, just to where it hits there. Oh, it's got to go down a little bit more. That's 0.93, let's say 0.96. 0.97. 0.98. I think that's it right there. Okay, we're good. Now, that is our open box. And now we want to have our closed box. So take the open one, Control C, Control Shift V, and we're going to call this one box. Closed. And we're going to hide open, and I'm going to come in here and let's get these back to where they need to be. That let's just move it in about 100. Let's go 110. There you go, or 105. That looks good. Okay, those are closed. Take this and that. $119.5. Oops. 119.5. And then we take these. Nope, take this. Okay, and we're going to have to do the same trick here. Where we take freedom scale, move it down until we're going to get it right. That's 0.195. That looks good, and then this ought to go in 91. And there's a box. If you look at it, it looks pretty good. Save this. And that's how I map it. So now I've got box. Let's take this closed box and let's rotate it. Let's rotate it 90 degrees. Okay, and then we're going to move it over here. There's the front of it. And I'll take the flat box and unhide that. And we'll move it over here in the open box and unhide it. And there we go. And then $180. And let's just grab a point here. Okay. That like this. That like this over here. Okay. Now save it, and then we open up. Now that's interesting. Let's close this. And you see that I rotate everything upside down. So let's take these two and let's do a Y. And let's rotate them 180 there. And let's go to the front view. And now we're good. Okay. And open up KeyShot again. There we go. Okay, let's move this. Here we go. Here's our packaging. So now we have this. You can see that in here we have this inside that doesn't really work that well. So we'll have to fix that. The way we do that is, let's close this. So I can paint the inside, but unfortunately KeyShot won't recognize that. So for this particular one, what I'll do is I'll just come in here and I'm going to take this and this and this and this and this and this and this, this and that, and copy, Control C. And then let's open, that's the open, hide that, Control Shift V, and we'll go to materials, and I'm going to select none on that on both sides. In fact, let's just go to extensions and say material tools, remove from selection. So there we have it. Okay. Okay. Push pull. So 0.03. There we go, like that. That looks good. Notice that it got rid of the inside stuff on this side, so that's good. So now I just need to select all and flip them, and this will all make it, I don't know, give it a dark color. And then let's go back out to unhide. Okay, there you go. So that gives us a little bit of the thickness that we want also. So let's go back in here, open up KeyShot, and you can see there's our object. So this will be plastic and roughness and shininess. Let's give it a darker color, something like that. Okay, and then this stuff is plastic also. Let's see, in fact, I could just go, yeah, those are all the same, so you can see. And that's all there is to it. That's how we create it. We can there you have it.